Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be all about drugstore setting sprays. I have a bin here in front of me with all my drugstore setting sprays, and we're going to be going through talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'll be sharing with you all my thoughts on all of these setting sprays that I've tried. And you may be thinking, like, what's so exciting about setting sprays? There's only so many things that a setting spray can do, but there are different setting sprays out there meant for different purposes. And you know, I've tried quite a fair amount, so I thought I would sit down, give you my thoughts on all of them, and then you guys can kind of create your own opinions on what kind of setting spray is best for you. I've done a ton of these, like, best at the drugstore type videos, and you guys seem to really like them, so I thought, why not do another video for you guys today? So let's just get right on into it. Alright, so the first setting spray I have here is the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go 2-in-1 primer and setting spray. Now, I actually have used this one completely. It's honestly one of my absolute favorites at the drugstore, hands down. You can use this for both setting and priming before your makeup, so it's really nice on that aspect, and it has one of the best mists too. I don't know if I have really any left to show you. Oh, there we go. So it diffuses it so nicely, it doesn't spit it out at you, and it really gets most of your face covered at once. This also has like a cucumbery smell, which I really enjoy because then it makes it like really fresh and really nice just for refreshing your makeup throughout the day. This one isn't really going to make your makeup long wearing or anything like that, but it does lock it all in place, so it will still do an extra little something. I really like this one for melting all my powders together. It does an amazing job at that, so if you're feeling kind of cakey, like you baked on too much powder, just take a bit of this, spray it all over, and it'll kind of melt everything together really nicely actually. And again, it's great for priming the skin. It leaves a bit of a sticky feel to it, which is good because then makeup will adhere really nicely to it, and I just really love this. All in all, it's a great drugstore setting spray. Alright, so next I have one from Essence, and this is a priming spray actually, so I don't really use this one, you know, to set my makeup. I mean, you still can. It's like a moisturizing setting spray. So this is the Prime Plus Studio HD Hydra Primer Water with coconut water in it, and this one is really nice actually. I'll just spray it. So again, a really nice mister to it, which is amazing. It's really nice just for priming the skin. It's super hydrating, so if you're feeling like your skin's a little dry that day, just spray this on right before your makeup, and it will make everything just sit really nicely on the skin. I really like it for those reasons. And again, you can use it after you've applied your makeup, again, because it is so hydrating. It will melt, you know, all the powders together and stuff. I don't really like this for like try to make my makeup last longer because it doesn't really do anything in that aspect, but for hydrating primer water, it's a really great one, and great mist on it too. I have one more from Essence to talk to you guys about, and this is the Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. So this one is supposed to make your makeup last longer, and I've actually heard a lot of people like this, but for me personally, it just kind of irritates my skin. My skin starts like stinging in a weird way, so I don't really use it on my face anymore. Just something about it. But what this setting spray is actually amazing for, and it's relatively cheap, so you guys can get it for this reason. I really like it to spray like eyeshadow brushes to make eyeshadow go on more pigmented. It's actually amazing for that. Instead of spending like $20–30 on like MAC Fix Plus, for example, to use for eyeshadows, something like this is great, and this one actually works really well for eyeshadows. So I love it for that. It's super inexpensive, and yeah, I mean, it has like a more concentrated mist actually than this one. I'm guessing they improved the bottle when they came out with this one, so this one's a little more like concentrated rather than misty, so it's actually really good for eyeshadow brushes because then you'll hit like the eyeshadow brush and not everything around. So I actually really like it for intensifying eyeshadows, wetting them down before applying them to my eye. Alright, so let's talk some long wear setting sprays. I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set. This is a makeup extender, so this one right here is definitely one that if you apply after your makeup has been done, this will help your makeup stay in place all day long. I have used this when I've gone out for like weddings or stuff like that where I need my makeup to literally last the whole night because you're going to be dancing and sweating and everything like that. This one's a great one. It locks everything in place. It does get rid of that powderiness, of course, but it doesn't make me too oily throughout the day. It does kind of control oils too, and it just keeps everything so intact, so I won't have like breakage up in here or between my eyebrows where I usually, you know, do if I don't apply a setting spray. So this one is absolutely amazing. I love taking this one like in my purse too, just to do a quick spritz throughout the evening if I need it as well. So great one right here from L'Oreal. So then we have this Wet n Wild photo focus setting spray. This is their like natural finish one, and then they just came out with a matte finish, which I haven't tried yet. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that one, but I have tried this one. I like this one. It's not like amazing, it doesn't make your makeup last all day or anything like that, and it doesn't really like, it's not the best at taking down the powderiness, but for like the price and everything, it's a great one. It's one of those ones in between that if you don't really want something just for hydration and stuff like that, and you don't want something just for longevity, this one is a really, really nice one actually. I really enjoy it. Has a nice sprayer on there, you know, very like wide spray, so you'll get your whole face in one. I do like it. It's a great price and I'd recommend it. Next from Wet n Wild we have this Cucumber 3-in-1 Primer Water. I actually am obsessed with this. I've been using it so much lately since I've gotten it. It's definitely become one of my favorite products to apply before I do my makeup. So it is cucumber scented, kind of like that Rimmel one I talked about. I do like the cucumber scent rather than the other scents they come out with, like with the coconut and rose or whatever, just because the cucumber to me is very subtle. It's not too sweet or anything like that. I don't really like sweet scents in my makeup too much, and it's just like feels very refreshing on the skin. This one has a fantastic mist to it. I don't know if you guys can see any of these, but it has like such a fine mist to it, so it doesn't feel like splattery on the skin or anything like that. Just great as a prep, you know, to hydrate a little bit, to give a little bit of that sticky base to apply your makeup on top of. It's really nice, so I do enjoy that one. Next I have one from Catrice. This is the Long Lasting Prime and Fine Multivalent Fixing Spray. I like this one as well. It reminds me a lot of this Wet n Wild actually. They have a very similar mist on them, I must say. Like a nice mist for sure. They do make your makeup last like a little bit longer, and then they are just nice at kind of setting everything down. Are they my absolute favorites? No. Are they a good thing to check out? Yes, for sure. They're a great price, both of them, really inexpensive, and they do a great job. Alright, so this one right here is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I know this isn't like drugstore, but it is still an affordable setting spray, so I thought I'd include it in here. I do really like this one. If you're looking for the finest mist on earth, this is it right here, like, because it's like a continuous mist. So it's super fine. The only issue with that is you will go through this like nothing else, just because it's so fine that you'll keep spraying and you'll just be sitting there enjoying this spray, and then you're gone through half the bottle. So I do go through this pretty fast, and I don't use it that often either. So just be cautious of that. Like, is it something I'd use on the daily? No, because then you're going to be going through tubes of this like crazy. But it is a really good one. If you want a very fine mist, I'd check this one out. Alright, now we have some primer water type things. So these are like facial sprays rather than like setting sprays, but I thought I'd still include them. So these are the Badescu facial sprays. Guys, I love these so much. These are amazing to spray onto your skin before you start with your makeup. They have some great ingredients in here that will actually, you know, help with your skincare and stuff, and also provide a nice base for your makeup to go on top of. So the first one is the facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. If you like the smell of roses, this is a great one. It's not like my favorite out of the two. I do find that rose water sometimes breaks me out, so just keep that in mind. Depending on your skin though, like not all people. This one doesn't break me out like too much, but I try to stay away from rose if I can. Again, these are also great for wetting brushes too, but they're just great facial mists, and they're absolutely amazing at refreshing your makeup throughout the day as well. Like if my makeup's looking a little, you know, like breaking up a little bit or a little powdery, I will just boop with this, and it's amazing. The sprayer is pretty good, not as fine as some of the others, but I'm okay with that since usually I'll apply this before I apply any makeup. So if it's kind of spritzy, I don't really mind because I'm gonna be going in with other makeup anyway. So like this one right here. And then the second one I have is the facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. This one is definitely my favorite. I love aloe. It's so amazing for my skin. Cucumber, of course, you guys already know. I've mentioned some cucumber setting sprays. So this one's amazing, super refreshing for the summer. I just love it, you know, like it's a pretty big bottle, so you're gonna have this for a while. You don't run out quickly, and they're just great to have just to refresh your skin. And even if I don't wear makeup that day, I'll kind of spray these on as well, just because they're really refreshing throughout the summer and stuff, especially or if like in the winter when my skin's super dry, I'll just spray some of this throughout the day, and it kind of helps hydrate my skin too. So love those Mario Badescu ones. Alright guys, so I left my favorite setting sprays for last, and honestly these sprays I would probably use over some high-end ones, to be honest. These are the sprays I go to, especially one of them. I think I've gone through like 10 bottles by now. Like, it is my absolute favorite, so let's just go through them. I'm gonna go with this one first. So this is the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray. This is a hydrating setting spray, so if you want a really dewy makeup look, and I'm talking really dewy, like not some of these hydrating ones I already talked about, like if you want so dewy that like people can see you glowing from a mile away, but not like in an oily way, this is the one you need. So this one is amazing. Even if you're using like all matte makeup that day, you could apply this and instantly your whole look is dewy. It's actually amazing. So I do like it for that. Do I use it the most often? No, because if I'm doing a dewy look, I'll just use like highlighter and a little bit of setting spray. But if I do want a really glowy look for that day, this is the one I'll reach for sure. And the mist on it is okay. Like, it's not the best one, but it's still pretty fine. I'm like inhaling all of these setting sprays. I don't know if that's healthy for me. Okay, and next we have my all-time favorite. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. All-time best drugstore setting spray ever, 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 ever. I would pick this if you're like looking at more high-end products. Don't even bother, get this. It's from the drugstore, it's inexpensive, and it is the best for long wear makeup. I apply this, my makeup stays in place all day long. I don't have to worry about it getting oily or breaking up or anything like that. It's great to keep on the go. It can also refresh your makeup. It's literally the best like all-in-one setting spray. You can even use this underneath your makeup as a primer. It's so amazing. So if you want something that will really just do it all for you, this is the one I'd go for. I've gone through so many tubes. It has such a nice sprayer on it. Really nice. It's not as fine as like maybe the Morphe one or the Rimmel one, but I really like it, and for what it does for my makeup, I would choose this one over any of them really. So it's a really great one. I love it for sure, and it is definitely my go-to. And then my last one here is also from Milani. This is a new one that I've been using so much lately, and I really like it. Ever since I discovered the Make It Last setting spray, I've been really into Milani setting sprays, and when they came out with this one, I was super excited. So this is the Milani Make It Last Matte Finish Matte Charcoal Setting Spray. So this is what this looks like right here. This one is probably the best, like second best to this one. But this is gonna be my go-to for the summer for sure. Like, I'm almost done it, and I just bought it like a few weeks ago. So like this one is great like all year round, but for summer especially, this one is gonna be a go-to for me. It has that matte aspect to it, so it'll make sure your makeup doesn't get oily throughout the summer days, especially, you know, it's hot out. Like, no matter if you have dry skin, oily skin, whatever, you're gonna get oily throughout the day because makeup just melts off in the sun, you know what I'm saying? So this one is great at just making sure you're not going to get too oily throughout the day. It sets really nice, but it isn't too matte where it's going to dry out your skin. It's actually still really hydrating, and it's good at taking down the powderiness. So even though it's a matte setting spray, because it's still a spray, it will get rid of like the powderiness but still keep your makeup matte, if that makes sense. So it's really good, especially because most setting sprays are meant to be hydrating and dewy and make your makeup really dewy, and some people don't want that. They want a setting spray but they still want matte makeup. So if you want that, this is one I'd highly recommend. Again, it's drugstore, great mist on it, same as the Make It Last. Great spray. I literally have been using this every day since I've gotten it. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed and hopefully you found this video helpful. Me talking about some amazing drugstore setting sprays. I love setting sprays. I know it's like something you can't really see on the skin, but it does really impact how long your makeup wears and how it wears and how it looks throughout the day. So I thought it was worth creating a video on some of my favorite drugstore setting sprays, and this way you guys can have an easier time maybe going to the drugstore and finding one that is perfect for you. Let me know what you guys want to see next in my Best at the Drugstore series, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!